All right, people, we are back. Day 2 of the weekly challenge with the robots. I think we're off to a reasonable start, or at least a chopping start, meaning we're going to tie those first couple boards or be one plus, one minus in either direction. This next hand is usually a hand you would consider passing. It's only 11 points. I have to say that without discussing the type of tournament we're playing in first, the intermediate cards are quite good, right? We're flat, which is a downgrade for sure. The shape is very bad, but the intermediate cards are pretty good. Jack 10, 9, 8, 10. So not the worst hand. In a best hand tournament, we have so much information when hands are like this that it's to our benefit to open. The one thing I will tell you, and you've heard me talk about before on this channel, if you've been watching for a while, when we decide to open these hands in a robot scenario, right, we know we're playing a challenge with a robot, so it's only robots we're dealing with. We don't have any human component in this challenge situation when we challenge a robot. We're very confident the robot's going to pass this hand. They will, right? So we're dealing with a pass out. So what we want to make sure is that we go plus. That's all we want, and the higher we are, the less likely it is we're going to go plus, but hopefully partner's done us proud here, and it looks like with this spade lead, we have 2 heart losers, 2 club losers, and now we have to deal with a potential diamond loser. So I'm going to put the jack of diamonds on the table and hope it's a robot scenario where they'll cover. Remember, when you play that honor, the robot's just usually going to cover, and it's probably right with Queen Doubleton most of the time anyway, so it's not like we're gaining a ton of stuff. And to be honest, diamonds were 2-2 anyway, so we were going to play 8 ever, 9 never. But we play the jack just to get that read, right? If they're going to play it, they're going to play it always, and now we're guaranteed to make this, which means we're guaranteed to win imps on this board because we're going to be plus 110, and the robots, I will almost guarantee, are going to be 0-0. We'll look at the result stream after this just to make sure the robots weren't going to open. It's possible they would have opened. At this point, honestly, I'm going to try to set up a club. It doesn't matter. I have 3 hearts. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I have 2 heart losers and 2 club losers, no matter what I do, unless the opponents just do something completely silly here. Maybe we'll find a way for them to do something silly, but we can't. We can't find any way for them to be sillier than we're going to be on this board. So we're just going to take our 9 tricks. I'm going to claim that right now. And that's plus 110, opposite what we would expect with the robots to be plus 0 points. So here, I think that's a win for us. On to board number 4. And sorry, let me check that result stream just real quick before we move on. Would the robots have opened? I would guess not. East, I suppose, in the 4th chair is supposed to use the rule of 15, which is you add your high card points to the total number of spades, and if it comes to 15, you should open. I don't think they really subscribe to that, so I'm guessing this is plus 110 versus plus 0 for a pass out to the opponents. And that's a win of some imps. All right. Diamond pass to us. This is awesome. The same auction we saw earlier, club a diamond and we bid a heart, right? That shows 4 plus. This is the same situation, except there was no interference at all. So we bid our majors up the line. And again, 4 plus each of these spots. Ooh, partner bids 1 spade. Make your bid, folks. What would you do? It's a fun one. We happen to know partner has 11, right? They have 11 points because it's a best hand tournament. We have 11. They cannot have more than us. So we know they have 11, which means they have some extra shape, and we have extra shape, and we're short in their suit. We would guess they're short in one of ours, I hope. Hope they're not totally balanced on this one. The good thing is for human players with standard, modern, expert standard agreements, we would know that this hand in the north is unbalanced, because with balanced hands, when it goes at minor, a heart, we're going to bid a no trump a lot of times with 4 spades, which would make 4 spades even more clear on this one. But being vulnerable, being an imps tournament, I'm going to stretch anyway to bid these hands, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. Wow, look at this. This is going to be a fun one to play. There's that 11 count that we expected, and it is unbalanced, thank goodness. The opponents are making quite an inspired opening lead. Leading this spade is really, really good for them because they're really lessening the amount of trumping we can do in each of these hands, which we really want to do on this one, folks. Here we're kind of guessing as to what cards what. The 5 of spades, we know the queen isn't there, most likely. There's almost 0 chance the queen is there. The 10 could be there, which means the 9 of spades could be a good card to play. The 8 could be there, which means maybe the 6 of spades would force out the 10 here, and we have more of a chance later. But here, I think the honor from the north end is going to get played at some point. We're going to play 9, 10, king. And here's the problem, right? We can try to set up diamonds. We can try to do something else here. We really need to get some heart roughs in that north hand. So I'm going to play a low heart to the 8. Here comes another spade, by the way, unless they're worried about finessing themselves. Now we have to ask ourselves, do we need to take this diamond finesse? And I'm actually gonna take a few moments here to put this on pause and think about it. So one thing I'm looking at is just I'm trying to count winners with things going well for us, and the way I'm looking at it first, I'm just going to look at what would I need if I hop with ace of diamonds here and I just start cross roughing this hand. Maybe I'll take a club trick on the side. Well, if I do that, I'm going to take one diamond. I've already taken one trick so far above me here, so that's 2 tricks. And then if I do a straight cross rough, roughing diamonds, roughing hearts, and I survive all of that, I'm going to take 6 spades, the ace of clubs for 7, and the ace of diamonds for 8. On top of the one trick I've taken so far, that's only 9. So, well, what happens if I play the queen of diamonds? Well, if I play the queen of diamonds and it loses to the king, now I'm going to get a spade through, and now I'm going to need to work on some club tricks on the side to try to get there. I'm okay with that at this point because I'm always, once I rough another heart in this hand, I'm always going to be able to use the ace of diamonds to pitch something else anyway. So I'm going to do this, and I'm just doing it for if it wins, I might actually be able to rely on some sort of cross rough there, and if it loses like it did, I have this play. I'm going to win ace of spades. I'm so confident the queen of spades is over there, and now I'm going to play a heart and rough it. All right, now I'm going to play the ace of diamonds, pitching a heart. I'm going to play a low club to the ace, and then I'm going to play a heart and rough it. Okay. Now I'm to a situation where I have one spade loser for sure, and I can't really strip myself of that card. So if I play a diamond and rough it and then play a low club, it could just go win, draw trump, and then take whatever tricks they may have on the side. Right, so not necessarily the most appetizing thing, but really there isn't a lot of appetizing things going on in this hand. We could also play low and hope the club situation is beneficial for us. I don't want to waste the 10. I think there's an honor over here to my left, and let's see what they do. Okay, they're drawing trump, and whatever. We're cooked on this hand. There we go. What would we have done? Yeah, they had both cards on that side. So even the queen trying to kind of smush the jack underneath it would not have worked well. That's minus 300, folks. And that is, I mean, maybe we took too much on this one. Maybe the idea that partner had only 11 points should have led us to not bidding game. But I've just seen that go wrong in so many different ways. And really, the bad things are, the queen of hearts is worthless. The queen of diamonds ends up being a pretty worthless card also. I'm not making any excuses on this hand. Obviously, we bet a lot and we were aggressive, but I think we're going to lose some imps on that one because I would think the robots maybe aren't as aggressive as we are. We should be in at least 3 spades, I would guess, though, right? If we hop over here, what's the robot going to do? Well, they're going to do the same thing we did, except maybe they bid 3 spades instead of 4, which is still not that great of a spot, which hopefully we don't lose as much as we think we're going to. But look at this next hand for tomorrow, folks. I'm excited to play this one. 1 club to us. Wow. A lot of ways we can go with this one. Find out what we do tomorrow. I'll see you then.